There we go now. Listen, Mr. Pat Munro, thank you very much for jumping on this short call. It's just we had a brief conversation there about Leslie Fieger. You attended one of his events there recently.
Yeah, back in August, yes.
Yeah, so just to get a little bit of feedback, Pat. So obviously, would like to just ask you maybe 3 short questions. We won't take too much of your time.
No problem.
First question being, what did you think of the event? That's a pretty obvious one.
Sure, it was a great day. It was a full day, and I'd never heard of Leslie before, so I did not know what to expect. I was invited along by a friend, and it was a full packed day and a whole lot of wisdom that, from a perspective I'd never seen before. And so I opened my eyes to a whole world of vibration and cause and effect, and realizing that we're part of a big universe and that we're all connected and can be connected through vibration. So it was really, really interesting and an enjoyable day.
Great stuff. Okay, that's terrific feedback. Thank you. Next question. How is Leslie different? And you know, his style of delivery, compared to other people that you would have, you'd have attended lots of,
Yes.
big names in other, in this area of personal development, transformation. Yeah. So, how would you describe Leslie as being different, or what was different about Leslie?
Well, he's down to earth. He's a normal guy, and he's very keen for people to know that he's a normal guy. But he's sharing an extraordinary message. He's quite low key in his approach, so that he doesn't overhype, but he over delivers, I suppose you could say, in terms of his wisdom and his teachings. So that was what was different about it. I mean, the content is, well, nothing's ever completely original, as you know, but it's different in that it's ultimately focused on the individual and learning by doing, I think, is the key theme that he gives. And but he's ultimately very keen for people to be self-sufficient and not to look to him as some sort of guru or anything like that.
Great point. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And last question, takeaway. What was your biggest takeaway?
The biggest takeaway, I think, was cause and effect. So outcomes have a cause, and it's not just that you happen to be you and there's, things are bad luck. Things are caused. The outcomes have a cause, and you have the power to change that if you want to. And that it's a practical, material ways of immersing yourself in a process to make changes that you want to make in your life. I think that would be the key takeaway for me. And so ultimately about doing. So 90% you'll learn by doing it and trying it and staying with it. Yeah.
Well, that's great, Pat. Listen, thanks again for taking a few minutes out of your busy day and schedule there, and the best of luck with your own events going forward.
Thank you, Declan. It's an absolute pleasure, and it's good to catch up. And I'm very jealous you're going to Australia. So.
Okay. Thanks, Pat.
All right. Cheers.